Okay, Lucy, this is broadcasting live on the internet. Hopefully millions of people will be watching it in Surrey. Not to make you nervous or anything. Now, the reason why we're doing this broadcast is to do with the Mytchett Sure Start Centre, which is under threat. And I just want to go through the sequence of events because all the parents... Oh, and by the way, I ought to say that Lucy is actually in New Zealand right now. That is the reach of social media, I think. And actually, you're the one that really kicked this campaign off with a petition. But we'll go through the sequence of events. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share a few things on my screen here because I've got them stacked up. So just bear with me while I get that sorted out. There we go. And let me just present that to everybody. Great. So you should be able to see on your screen now the lovely Elaine at the Mytchett Sure Start Centre. Can you see? Can you see that?
Yeah. Yes, I missed.
Don't start crying, please. Excellent. Now, so the sequence of events is that all the parents that have used the centre, the service users, have received a letter from Surrey. Well, it says it's actually on Mytchett Sure Start Centre letterhead, but it's actually, to me, it looks like it's from the Surrey County Council, and it was just to say that the County Council has had to make significant savings, and the early years in the early years and childcare service, and that contribution at the moment is 2.7 million, and they're trying to get that down. So they're targeting some Sure Start centres across Surrey, and the Sure Start Centre in Surrey Heath that's been identified as the one that they're going to consult on is the Mytchett one, which is obviously very worrying, isn't it, to parents. Now, let me just have a look at my notes here. So you started this petition.
Yes.
Let me bring that on the screen, which was only a week ago, wasn't it, that you started the petition?
Yeah, I think the letter went out on Friday, and I found out at some point over the weekend, and I couldn't not do anything, so that was the first thing that I did.
And it's had a fantastic response. I mean, 756 signatures in just a week. I mean,
I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased. We're hoping to get to 1,000 by the end of the week. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, which would be fantastic. So well done, Lucy, on taking the initiative to start that petition. But the response from the community has been incredible as well. Because really, you've all the parents have got coordinated. One of the users has set up a Facebook group, which is being used to coordinate this campaign.
That was me again.
Sorry, say that again.
That was me again.
Oh, was it? Oh,
yeah.
Right. I didn't realise that was you that had set that up, which is fantastic. And the response again on that Facebook group, because that's how I found out about it. You sent me a direct message, said we've set up this Facebook group, we've set up this petition, please help. And since you set up that Facebook group, my status notifications on my Facebook, every second it pings. That's all you can hear in our house is my status updates going crazy with parents saying, Paul, what are you going to do about this? Well, actually, there's not a great deal I can do, to be honest, and we'll explain about all that later and who the people that you need to target to try and influence a positive outcome here. But you set up the Facebook group, and on the back of that, let me just share that. Let me just share the Facebook page there. On the back of the Facebook page and the kickstart of this campaign, the media got hold of it. I got a phone call from BBC South Today to say, "Oh, would you like to come on the programme and talk about this this Sure Start Centre situation?" And I said, "Well, really, it's not really. I will come on. I'll happily come on. but really you need to speak to the service users, because they're the ones that you know, are doing this campaign. And that was sorted out, wasn't it? And a couple of the parents, I've not actually seen that broadcast. Have you seen it?
I have, and I actually have a hard copy of just the snippet that we were in. So if people can't get to the link, then I can provide them with that. But I'd rather keep it for our records. But if it needs to be shared, just so people can see it, but it is still available on their website, and you can view it through the iPlayer. And I think it's about 8 minutes in, and it's I think it went live on the 10th of February. So
right, I'll have a look for that and see if I can rip that and stick that on the Residents Network.
Yeah.
And did they spoke to you via Skype? Did they?
BBC News, no, they got back to me pretty quickly, but they he actually found my other Facebook group that I run with Elaine, actually, which is my friendly advice for new mummies, and one of the admins from that group, she let him in because obviously he told her who he was, and he contacted girls on there and just said, you know, can anyone get back to me, because I was asleep. So
yeah, it's a bit of time difference there. So what time is it in New Zealand right now?
It is currently 20 to 11.
Right, and it's 20 to 10 in the UK right now. So yeah, a bit of a time difference. I have friends that live in New Zealand. It's always a challenge, isn't it?
it's you know, but I tend to send all my hounding emails at night, and then by the time I've woken up in the morning, you know, something's been done.
Right.
But that's what he did. He contacted us through that, and then just out of the blue, Kerry Lettin and Hannah Maturin, who are two quite good friends of mine, stuck their hands up to volunteer, and they got cracking, and they had an interview, and I think it was that day.
Yeah.
Or the following day.
It was the following day, yeah.
Yeah, it was on the news 12 hours later. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
so really
yeah, the media coverage has been brilliant, because I was at a council meeting, I forget what night it was now, Monday night, and the reporter from the Camberley News was there, Fergus, and and he says, "Oh, would you give me a soundbite on this Mytchett Sure Start Centre thing?" Which I did, and obviously he'd been in touch with a couple of parents. I gave him a couple of contact details, and that was in Thursday's Camberley News, which
page 1 as well, page 1,
right on the front page. Yeah, fantastic. Which again is really, really great coverage, and of course we've been putting stuff on the Residents Network about it as well. Or in fact, I got a leaflet this morning. I forget the girl's name who sent it me. In fact, I'm going to go and pick up the hard copies later on to dish out around here. But yeah, in fact, let me see if I can bring that up on the screen. So if you see this leaflet, it is a call to action to where is it? I'll tell you what, I'll just bring this up on the Residents Network here. Hang on a second. Sorry about this. Let's just. It's the lead story at the moment on the Residents Network, and there it is. And sorry.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
And I've also pushed that out on all the local Facebook groups as well.
Thanks.
So if you see this poster, that is a call to action. Don't just look at it. Share it on your Facebook page and sign the petition, which Lucy set up. Now, also one of the parents has been in contact with Michael Gove's office.
Yes.
And spoken to Mike. Yeah, and spoken to Mike. Sorry, go on. Go ahead.
The time difference, just sometimes it is a bit of a pain. So I think she or Hannah got in touch with her as well. So I'm quite happy for them all to just bombard her, and she's discussed that with Hannah at quite some length as to what she's going to do and how they can help. So I'm quite pleased with that.
It's really good that people are taking the initiative to contact our MP Michael Gove, who you will find very proactive, and I'll be very surprised if he doesn't support you. I know Michael quite well, and I know that he's very committed to these community initiatives. And the thing is that there's a really strong point that I want to get out here, and that is that actually Michael, although it's important that we get his support as our MP, he's actually not the person that residents need to be targeting here.
Yeah.
The person they need to be targeting, or the people they need to be targeting, is their county councillors. Okay, and I just want to explain that there is a bit of a difference, but well, there's a big difference between county and borough councillors. So the borough councillors, I'm a borough councillor, I represent Mytchett and Deepcote. And borough councillors, or the borough council, are responsible for things like the parks and the green spaces, environmental services, emptying your bins, that type of thing. And the county council have different responsibilities. They're responsible for highways, education, adult social care, youth services, youth provision, and things like the Mytchett Sure Start Centre. So, and in the letter, it does actually say that a decision will be made by Surrey County Council Cabinet, not the government. So it's really important that you lobby your county councillors, and this has happened before. There's been similar campaigns in the community, very successful campaigns, like for instance the campaign against the merger, which was the do you remember that? That was the merger proposals between Tom Liscote and King's International, and
Yep.
a campaign was launched very much like this one, with just concerned parents, and you know, the outcome was fantastic. So it is possible that, you know, that this is not a foregone conclusion by any stretch of the imagination. Just because Surrey County Council have written to parents to say that they're considering the closure of the Mytchett Sure Start Centre doesn't mean to say that that's what's going to happen. All
Fingers
right.
crossed.
Yeah, well, you know, there's a lot that parents can do to influence this. You know, they can, what you're doing now with your Facebook groups, all the media coverage, the petition, you're doing what's the most important thing, which is demonstrating that there is, that the community want the Sure Start Centre to stay open. Okay, so that's what you're doing, but then there needs to be a little bit of background work that goes on, and that is, as well as everybody signing the petition, I would encourage them all residents, to email your county councillor, and I will provide a link to all their email addresses so that you can do that, because they're the ones that are going to then try and influence the cabinet at Surrey County Council to keep the Sure Start Centre open. All right. Now, I just would like you to just talk through, as a parent and the service user, the services from your mind to your mind that are offered at the Mytchett Centre, and why it's so important that it stays open.
Oh, where do I start?
Putting you on the spot, I know.
Elaine.
Yeah.
She's the first one.
Yes.
She, in herself, is just. She needs to stay there. She can't go.
She's a wonderful woman, isn't she?
She's just a different breed of person. She's just. I can't even put into words. She knows how I feel about her, so.
Yeah.
We'll just let that one slide. But she runs a fantastic centre, and she, off the top of my head, she runs baby weigh-in clinics, health checks. She does weaning classes. She's got playgroups. She's got baby massage. She runs summer events, winter events, half-term events, arts and crafts, outdoor activities, indoor activities. She's just full of information and full of empathy, and she just welcomes everyone through that door, no matter where you come from, who you are, what you're going through. She will just help you and integrate you into that centre, and it's just so valuable, and I just can't imagine it not being there. You know, and I'm currently pregnant with my second baby.
Are you? Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, and all I can think about is just, oh, I wish Elaine was around, you know, and I wish I was back there. And the first thing that I ever went to was a Mums and Tums group, and you know, I was the first one to turn up. I was 5 months pregnant, and a girl called Kyla walked in, and that was it. And then a girl called Simone walked in, and then another girl called Melina walked in, and it was just lovely. And all those girls now are friends for life, because we all had our babies around the same time, and we just all love each other. So it's just so important. And you know, I personally have not been through not even 5% of what some of the mums in the area have been through, and she will just go to the end of the earth to help somebody. You know, she has domestic violence cases walking through, she has postnatal depression mums that suffer with that coming through the door. She just wants to help, and at the bottom of it all, she's a mum as well to 4 lovely children, and she knows exactly what we're all going through. She's been there, she's done it, she's got her own experiences, and she just is brilliant.
Right, fair enough.
She just knows what she's doing, and it can't stop.
No, well, she is brilliant. I completely agree with you there. But the Sure Start Centre is not just Elaine. There's a team of people there, and support workers. I remember she showed me around the centre. I've been round there a few times, and she showed me around the centre. There's a room there where specialist nurses can come and give antenatal advice to parents or women. There's all sorts of also social economic issues that they have to deal with. And one thing that struck me at the centre there when I went round is that the demographic of the mum that uses that centre is very wide. Very wide.
Yeah.
You know, you've got families from extreme, deprivation, and all the social economic problems that come along with that, right the way up to parents who, are like quite affluent, have good jobs and all the rest of it. Which, to me, that stood out really, really loud and clear when I visited the centre, and they work exceptionally hard to support.
They do.
There's all sorts of activities, and every time I go there, it's a hive of activity. It's not. Don't imagine the Mytchett Sure Start Centre as this a place where there's just a couple of mums and kids running around. It is absolutely buzzing whenever you go in there, and it's actually a state-of-the-art facility. They've got all the mod cons there. All the whiteboards, and in fact, I remember doing a podcast with Elaine, and there was one parent who had gone to Paris. I can't remember why. I think it was to do with work or something like that. And the child was really benefiting from the services that are offered there at the Children's Centre. And Elaine had the idea to do Skype sessions, so the child from Paris could participate in the activities that were going on via Skype, which is an incredibly innovative use of our public services, wouldn't you say?
It is, and if it wasn't for the time difference sometimes here, I'd be doing exactly the same. I mean, in the winter it should get better. The time difference is shorter, so we might swing it that I might make an hour. So we'll see. But she's always thinking of new things to do and how to include people. But the demographic, like you say, it's and it's there's dads there. She does a daddy stay and play, and there's grandparents there. There's aunts, there's uncles, child carers. There's just heaps of people that just walk through the door and just keep it going. Like you say, it's always buzzing, always buzzing.
Right now, like I say, we need to make sure that this place doesn't shut. I think the impact, and that's what we need to talk about here, is the impact this will have on the community if the Mytchett Sure Start Centre is allowed to close. The early years of a child's life are some of the most important. That's when the outcomes of the rest of their life. That's where it all starts. That's where it all forms, and it's really important. We have a wonderful community here in Surrey Heath. Wonderful community. I was at a police and crime summit last night, and Karen Whelan, the chief executive of Surrey Heath Borough Council, said something which I completely agree with. That is, it's the residents of Surrey Heath that make it what it is, and such a fantastic place to live. The community spirit in Surrey Heath is incredible, and that is why I love Surrey Heath so much, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. And it's parents like you and all the other fantastic mums that go to the Mytchett Sure Start Centre. And it's their children, the influences that we have on those children in their early years, that keep our community the way it is, really. And it's services that are offered like this, like the Mytchett Sure Start Centre, that you know, have a positive impact on our community and make it the fantastic place that it is. So we can't allow it to close. And I would urge anyone watching this to sign the petition, email your county councillor, email Michael Gove, email all your borough councillors as well, because the more people that are involved in this, the more people that can then email those county councillors, including borough councillors like myself, to say, get your hands off our Sure Start Centre. You're not closing it. Leave our Sure Start Centre alone. We don't want it to close. It's very well supported, and we expect you, as our county councillors, to lobby the cabinet at Surrey County Council and say, pick on someone else, not ours.
Yeah.
It's that simple, isn't it, Lucy?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, look, listen, thank you very much for taking part in this Hangout on Air. I know it can be a bit daunting, and it's incredible, isn't it, that we can do this? That you know, you are literally on the other side of the world, and hopefully,
people raising their eyebrows, thinking, "What on earth is she doing all the way over there, still complaining for it?"
Including your mum, who I know very well. I used to work with Carol Ann at the Royal Surrey County Hospital. You know, an incredible person. It was a great mentor to me when I worked at the Royal Surrey. I hope she's listening to this. Hello, Carol Ann, if you're there watching this. Hello, Mum. Yeah.
Behind all this as well. So you know, she's met Elaine. She knows what the centre does, and even though, you know, my son Loki is 2.5 years old, she had such an effect on me and the team as well. You know, there's Trish, there's Julie, there's the midwives, and they had such an effect on me that, you know, I am the mum that I am today because of them, really, because of that support that I made at the time. So, you know, 2.5 years down the line, it's still having an effect. So, yeah, let's do what we can to keep it.
Well, it's not just only having an effect, but it's having an effect. You're in New Zealand, for crying out loud. New Zealand.
I know.
You know, it's not like you're in over the border in Hampshire or somewhere. You're actually in New Zealand.
Yeah, but I have a very, very, very good, strong team at home on the ground, you know, chasing people and helping me out, and they understand, you know, they know what my relationship is with the centre, and I know that there's mums there that have been through so much, and that, you know, it's their support as well, you know, they need it. So,
well, I think you're a fantastic advocate of the centre, and you actually epitomise, you know, quite a lot of the conversations that I've had with other parents via Facebook. People have rang me, they've text messaged me on Twitter, you know, to say, you know, do something to stop them from closing our centre. What can we do? And you know, they all feel the same way you feel about it. So I think you're a wonderful spokesperson for the parents that use that centre. And hopefully, well, because we kind of did this at last minute. It was a last minute sort of thought to do this. Maybe we'll do some more and get some other parents on here, because we can have up to 10 people involved in this discussion.
Yes, definitely.
And actually, I would be very frightened to be in a discussion with 9 other women, I've got to say. I'm not sure how I would. I'm not sure how I would moderate that, but nonetheless, it's something that we need to keep the pressure up. And I want parents who are watching this to get right behind Lucy and all the other lead parents that are taking the lead and you know, fighting really hard to keep that centre open. Show all the support you can. Deliver the leaflets onto your street. Share all the Facebook status updates. I know there's a website being built right now.
Yeah, that should be going pretty soon.
That'll be going live very soon. So just watch this space and make sure you respond to all the calls to action. Lucy, awesome. Well done for taking part. And no doubt we'll be speaking to you again soon. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.